everybody's in a different place here. Oh, this is an odd batch of people. Do you know who these people are? Huh. Well, that's very weird. Alright, trying to tag some people. There's only like one person on this list that I even know of. And it's a really short list. I don't get that. Let's see. At least you're live. Okay, well, I don't seem to be live. Oh, there we go. All right, damn it. And I can't see. Okay, 3. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
The Stay the Fuck at Home show coming through YouTube. I'm still in Facebook Live jail.
That's so crazy.
It is. And then you could be in a delete the video.
They didn't delete the video. Obviously, there are ways around it.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah, and you can do it. Everything else. It's like if what that was so offensive. Like, why wouldn't they just like put you in jail completely for a month?
I know.
It's like you can do everything else.
Yeah. Silly. Very silly. Let's see if I missed any comments while I was fucking around. Here's that insane witch king again.
Which what?
It was good. Insane witch. It was good to see you at WitchCon. Hey, thank you. We're still not caught up on WitchCon. So we spent so much time in the Zoom room.
I mean, we did watch some stuff that was live, but a small percentage of everything that there is.
Because there's so much.
Yeah.
And they're talking about 3 days next year, 150 presenters. I mean, the largest online gathering ever conceived, and make it bigger. Those are the kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the beauty of that kind of thing. It's like when we went to first time, and we were having so much fun in New Orleans and didn't see anybody's workshops. That was our chance.
I really
came and went. The
only workshops we both went to were yours.
Yeah, I had to be
there. Yeah. There were a bunch that we wanted to go to, but it's just, I don't know, either they were like at the same time as yours, or they were at 9 in the morning. It's just not reasonable to expect us to show up at 9 in the morning after visiting New Orleans for the first time ever.
Unreasonable.
Really unreasonable.
Especially after you didn't introduce us to the speakeasy owned by vampires and populated by witches. How are we not going to hang out there?
Yeah.
I really hate this automatic dimming thing. I just checked. My screen is turned all the way up. I almost want to switch it on to auto.
It just got dim? Oh,
yeah.
God. Yeah, mine
actually,
does that
hold
too.
on. I'm going to fuck with it. Hold on a second. See if automatic is actually automatic. Oh, it bumps me off from live when I go and do that? That's kind of different. Yes, we have people here, so I guess it's still here. Hello, Freighter Frexinus. Hello, Kimberly. We're doing it through YouTube. Probably, at least times. It's very different here because people ask about witchcraft. The Stay the Fuck at Home show people are pretty much mostly witches, except for maybe a cousin and an aunt of mine occasionally. But we don't sit around and talk about witchcraft the whole time. We talk about toilet brushes and
actually, we don't talk about witchcraft most of the time.
Yeah.
Not the whole time, but like ever.
Yeah.
This is just kind of about survival during quarantine, as far as I'm concerned. That's the underlying theme of this.
So we've been doing this Stay the Fuck at Home a year now, since we locked down, and we've been doing it.
Well, we locked down a month before we started doing the show.
That's true. We typically do it on Facebook, but then we had Christian come on one morning to rant about something, Christian Day, and I don't know, apparently he offended somebody and now I can't post live for a while. Uh, what's the difference between a priest?
Priest.
Wake that one's wake that one's not safe for work. Sorry. Oh, I kind of wanted to hear the punchline.
That was literally a head scratcher.
It was. And I think, like we were talking about, our year anniversary is going to come up from the show, and memories on Facebook, and you get to see us scratching a lot. You know, it was our first. You know,
It was
first
horrible.
summer in New Orleans,
It was
first spring.
horrible.
Everything wanted to eat us. Every bug.
I mean, I
even
used to
cats wanted
think,
kill
you know, mosquito bites are like my main adversary, but I didn't even get bitten by, I don't think, a single time by it. All the other stuff is so much worse than a mosquito bite for me. The caterpillar is what?
At least the pimple will wait till puberty to be coming on the altar boy's face.
Oh.
All right,
That was rough.
we're all going to hell together. I laughed at that one. Just, I got to do this every so often so I
gotta
can
laugh,
see how many
Mike.
people are here.
You gotta laugh.
laugh. Gotta laugh.
That's what he was. And, you know, gruesome things happened every once in a while, and one of his
Once in a while.
his partner, somebody like, "Shh, Mike,
Grab me by the
gotta
shoulders.
laugh."
Gotta laugh, Mikey. I think that was my first. That was my first floater. First dead recovery.
And just on a much smaller scale, obviously. I was a newspaper editor. We had to do it too. Much bad news
Huh?
that comes out. We literally didn't have the space to print all of it. And not local news, like we include all of that, but just like the national news and international news and stuff. There's so much shit, and I mean, what happens after people jump out of the World Trade Center, which we weren't allowed to print, but and it's kind of an idea. I mean, I'm not doing it face to face like you did, but there was some levity of stuff
Oh.
just to survive.
Well, I
to not
remember,
have
you
a
know,
breakdown.
I used to do, you know, news on pirate radio, and it tended to be news you wouldn't find a whole lot of other places. And you had to sift through that news and correct it all,
Yeah.
or decide, you know, whether you even publish. It's just, you know, too much.
Well,
And
what we
come
do-
up with a
what we
headline
would
for
do-
it.
What we would do is, you know, like we used a lot of, like, you know, national stories. We obviously didn't have a big enough staff to be there and cover that, so we used a lot wire stories, mostly like AP and Times, Boston Globe, all that stuff. And what was my point? Sorry, I just totally
That
forgot.
you got to laugh.
I know that, but you said something else that was more
That
specific.
you had
about
to
that.
like wade through that shit in great detail.
Oh, I was gonna say is, there'd also be like a photo thing where we take pictures off the AP wire, where I saw all those photos in the Trade Center, and it would say like in all caps, like under the picture, like editors graphic content, and that was just a red that you don't print those. So there were a lot of those too.
Yeah.
So it's not really like up to me else, but that was just our policy is if they're warning you, don't print it.
Yeah. Bunch of people here. Hello. Over here on YouTube. We've been forced to do the Stay the Fuck at Home show through YouTube and then post it on Facebook. So, fuck you, Facebook. I refuse to stay in jail. Rob Gallagher wants to send me a message. Okay.
How did that work?
It's fine. Like message request. You got to go through Messenger. There's a bunch of things to hit. You see the messages from the people that aren't on your friends list. Yeah, usually I don't see a notification like that. I just sometimes I'm poking through. It's like, oh look, some fool was trying to say something. Let's see. What's the Witch King saying? Hey, I won't go to Facebook. I won't go on Facebook. I'm not complaining. I'm glad, Cruise family. I'm glad because I finally get to catch you live. Yes, yes, yes. Well, soon we will be launching our own social media app. In the early stages, this is how we're going to have to do live videos and stuff over there. Just don't post them publicly here and put the link over. And YouTube's just going to be so handy. So I had hail and sleet in here. The porch is covered in ice.
Oh yeah, we were just we
Right.
saw like on the news they were like going around to some places in LA that had opened a breakfast place called it Waffle House on Sunset. And we're like, oh
We
my
still there all the
god.
time.
But Azzy's been there. Yeah, what did I
Yeah,
say?
Waffle House.
Oh, did I say Waffle House? No, it's just it's separate from that. It's just a private
Waffle.
business.
Waffle,
Yeah,
waffle. It was
and then
46
yeah,
degrees.
then we started seeing how cold it was over there. It's 80 today.
80 this morning. It's
Yeah.
probably 85.
It doesn't really feel,
Doesn't feel
like
like
it's hot, but that's what it says. And then I was looking at the one in LA, and it says I texted my aunt, blocked me, so I
Yeah.
texted her, and she said, yeah, it's like freezing. Well, she said it was 42 this morning,
Hey,
and I
Scarlett.
said, we've got 80.
Yeah, I know you're Scarlet Shelley. Frater said he got, Frater Fraxinus got snow and sleet too. I mean, we barely know what that is. We had sleet one, got handfested. And we had to look it up. It was like wet snow. It turned out that was sleet.
Yeah.
It was pretty rare occasion, but we were up as high as you can go in Big Basin, in the mountains of Santa Cruz.
And there's still parts of California where it's snowing.
I know.
You know, like I was looking at Gloria's pictures, and she's in California. I know it snows there sometimes, but to have that much snow now
A lot of
is
snow.
insane.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sure. Climate change is it real?
Yeah.
And their hurricanes have decided to start earlier. And last year largest hurricane season on record. We were getting ready for hurricanes probably about every 2 weeks or so.
If not more. I mean,
Coming
an
back to
alert.
back.
I would get an alert on my phone that pretty much told you what was coming, and I got a lot of those alerts. The only one the last one, Hurricane Zeta, and even then, like it didn't damage our house or anything. Just a tree fell. It looks like a pretty strong tree. Like I can't imagine how strong the wind would have to be to make that huge ass tree snap.
Kimberly got 5 bulging discs, 2 herniated discs in the mid-back. Just got the MRI and the neck. Wow, oh, that sounds fun. Anything acupuncture?
If something's like structurally out of alignment like that, no, we could, but we can't fix like the actual. I mean, I can't like move somebody's vertebrae back into place.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that. Sounds sucky as hell. It's very interesting. We get camera over here, different quality than we get on Facebook. So, besides snow and sleet, is it me or are you freezing? I hope not. I'm on my unlimited data now.
Oh, I thought they were talking about freezing like temperature. I'm like 80.
Let's see. I see. There's people in there. Hopefully not freezing. I'm on my because the internet's so far away, and it's just last couple days it hasn't worked very well at all.
Yeah, it works better when we're inside.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
But
It's the the least transmitting Wi-Fi I've ever seen before. I had to get an extender just to get it to reach.
I don't know. We've never had that issue.
And it's impossible to get pain meds these days. Ugh. prescription.
Not if it's an opiate.
Oh, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which a lot of. Yeah, you can't do the like telehealth or anything like that.
Video and audio are a bit. Oh wow.
Hmm.
I don't know. Am I on back?
Can you check it?
I'm gonna
And
check it.
Your screen is so dark. I can't.
I know.
I can't see
the
anything.
fucking thing. Whoops. All right. It says I'm live. All right. Connections. We'll see if that helps or harms. Hey yo, Uncle Bert's live stream. Hello, 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 hello. We are doing the Stay the Fucking Home show, which we've been doing for about a year on Facebook. But I got put in Facebook Live jail because of one of our guests that we let come on and take over the show one day.
He did, and
I don't
he
think
didn't
he did
even,
anything that
he
offensive.
didn't even say anything. We went back. A lot of our viewers went back. Nothing was said that would warrant something like that,
Yeah.
unless it got reported by a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
That's really the only way.
I mean, considering it was Christian Day, he's been much more offensive. Like, all the time.
But it's all about context. It's like,
Context.
if you call me the C word in anger, not okay. But if I'm joking around with Christian and he calls me the C word, that's okay. It's all about context.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I guess they got pissed off about it.
And those of you that haven't tuned in, Christian Day started doing his show, Hex Offenders, again here on YouTube.
He's got some serious tea to spill this Wednesday.
And it's always, every episode, I think he's on the 4th episode right now or something, but serious tea spillage.
So for those people who aren't on Facebook, is there any way to access it?
That's what I'm saying. It's on YouTube.
Oh, it is.
We watch
yeah.
We watch it on
right.
YouTube so we can
So
put it on the big screen. On all kinds of stuff.
Okay, so
at the
there's ways
same
ways to
time.
access it.
Yeah.
without-
But I like to do it on YouTube because it's easy to put it on the TV. You just hit that little icon. At the camera, he looks like an alien. Ring. Yeah.
Remember those two cool hibiscus plants I had? White one and the Cajun?
Yes.
I thought those were gonna grow.
All right, so we're back again on another connection. But yeah, even trees, when the cold snap came, all over the neighborhood, they're dead. Everybody just cut them
They
down.
look like ours.
Yeah, they look like ours, except bigger.
Yeah, we gotta just take those out.
Oh no, it's probably not you. I have to lower rate. I don't even know. Is that an option?
Lower rate?
Is there, I don't see any option of slow down the connection. Maybe I have to do that ahead of time. I don't know. Wow, I swear another now. Wait, now I'm on the Wi-Fi. Before I was on the cellular data. All right. Well, when it really, of course, we get a little thing up there that says we lost connection. So I'm just not going to fuck with it until I see that. Hopefully. And we're coming to you live from New Orleans. Kinda fixed. All right. Well, hey, kinda fixed is. I will take that. I will accept kinda fixed. This is why I didn't do my class in Hexfest out here, or I'm sorry, WitchCon. I didn't have the bandwidth, so I had to go into the house and be closer to the Wi-Fi. But this is where I do most of my work. I usually, I'm out here shooting my classes. I share over here. same background. I like to be outside. Smoke when I talk.
Yeah, there's no smoking inside.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Uncle B, hello. Love me, Fro. Hello, hello. Yeah, I know I haven't done live over here in a while. I've been doing live on TikTok. I was popping up here and there doing Ask Uncle Birch on Facebook. And then this is our Stay the Fucking Home show, which me and Marta have been doing for almost a year now, where we're just kind of socializing, being socially distant.
And as far as that goes, this guy has already gotten his first shot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting my first shot. Okay. I still don't know which one I'm getting. I mean, I'm kind of hoping for Johnson & Johnson, so then I'm done. But I don't know.
Yeah.
And so, once we're fully vaccinated, I mean, I'll wear masks around, in places for, to protect people who aren't vaccinated. But at least I'm not going to worry that I'm going to get really sick and die. So that decreases a lot of anxiety and stuff.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, when we can, we're going to start going out and just calling it the.
So this basically, we're giving Facebook a reach around. They banned me from being live for I think another
Something like that,
somewhere
yeah.
around there. So we go live on YouTube. We post a link on Facebook. We tag all the people that Facebook, and so as such, the crowd for the Stay the Fuck at Home show is mostly witches, magic users, with the exception of a cousin. But we don't spend all of our time talking about witchcraft. We kind of did a lot yesterday, and I'll always answer questions and stuff. Maybe we'll make Marta answer the questions.
No.
But yeah, we did a live Zoom on Saturday. We're going to do it again this Saturday, and we posted it on WitchCon and on all of my pages. And the Stay the Fuck at Home show people dominated that room.
Yeah.
We were up in it.
Is there any way for people who aren't on Facebook to find out about that or access it somehow, or is
there's got to be a way to post a link. I guess I just make a little link over here. Yeah, there's a way to do that. Just post the yeah. I can do that. Shopping with it and jumping from connection to connection to connection. And until it tells me that I have to reconnect, I'm just gonna stop fucking with it. So, too choppy. I don't know how to set it for a lower frame rate or anything. Maybe there's a set. I don't know. Hopefully it works out to where it's not too choppy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything going on in the world?
I still continue to be excited by getting my first dose.
I'm excited.
It's been so. I mean, a lot of people here are vaccinated, which is great. But people will ask about it, like side effects or whatever, and some really like, well, I got this one, and I felt like so many people, and I've been like actively trying for so hard to get a fucking appointment, and I finally got one. But I don't understand how so many people. I mean, they can't all be frontline workers and all that, teachers, and I mean, whatever. But the good news, I mean, to me, it's good news. CNN is saying that in the United States has either gotten their first dose or they're fully vaccinated. 1 in 5.
Yeah.
Some states where the vaccine just isn't available, so I don't know where they're getting those statistics from.
Yeah. I
mean, I would believe he said it here. It's like everybody on our block has been vaccinated except a couple people and me. It's as red as you could possibly get as a state, but they are totally dialed in stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta hand it to them. Probably because we have a blue governor, but.
Lower the bit rate. I don't even know what it means. Yeah, lower bit rate is a thing. There just isn't a setting in here to do that. There may be a setting in on YouTube. See if there is a way to lower the bit rate, because we don't need to be in such perfect quality here. You can see how pretty we are. Hello, Abraham. We're still staying the fucking home. I got my first vaccine. I get my second one on the 20th. I mean, now they've opened it up for everybody, but at the time,
It's not for everybody. It's for everybody with that list of
yeah.
conditions.
Apparently, smoking got us both on the list. Me being 55 and a smoker got me my.
So he went in the older than I am and a smoker, so I had to wait a little while, and then I qualified it in the next batch, which is like 18. Legitimately immunocompromised, so I thought, okay, for sure I'll be a shoo-in for the only immunocompromised condition they will accept is if you've had a solid organ transplant. If it causes weak immunity, like they'll do that. But my condition, nah. So that I had to wait until the just as being a smoker. And I don't okay. The place where I'm going has to use Moderna, but it some people still rotate them, so I don't know what they're gonna have what they have this week. I have to wait 4 weeks until my next vaccination, and then 2 more weeks after that, just to make sure that I'm protected. And you just have to wait the 22nd, because his was like the Pfizer. You only have to wait 3 weeks until your next vaccine, but the Moderna is 4 weeks until. So I'll be a little behind you, unless I get the Johnson & Johnson.
We're good, Abraham. How are you? Lovely day in New Orleans last night.
Yeah.
Everything's been watered.
Oh my God, that thunder.
Oh God.
You guys weren't here. That happened later this afternoon. There
Had
was
one right on top
the
of us.
thunder was insane, and I went on our neighborhood Facebook page, and I jumped, and my dog hid behind me, and all this stuff. I mean, it was crazy. I've never had thunder. I mean, it's like our house was. I felt like we were back in California. Our house was shaking. You could like hear like the floors vibrate.
Boom! At the same time, it's right on top of you.
Yeah, we're just talking to Sasha, and we were inside, but there was such a like bright flash that we all noticed it, and then like within a second, just the most craziest thunder I've ever heard in my life.
I popped my head out the door, thought
Yeah.
for sure something must have gotten hit, like a neighbor's house or something, or a tree, but didn't see nothing.
Or even wires or
Something,
whatever.
Yeah. But nothing compared to y'all with your snow and stuff. Late. Hello, Deborah. Yes, that's Chimaruta. And I think Marta's got hers on too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marta. Okay, somebody. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe that helps. Hey, stay the fuck at home, peeps. My news. Me up for Johnson & Johnson and get compensation. Their $1,300 Freighter shot. She gets compensation. What? Huh.
I'll take it.
That's interesting.
I didn't see who that was.
Love Me Fro. Usually pops up on the lives on YouTube. Jesus, dog, you got like shit on your ear from playing with Azzy.
Dried drool.
What? Hound.
So
Love Me Frozen, California.
it's crazy. I mean, that was like,
Waffle.
we wouldn't really walk it because we lived on a hill. If there wasn't a hill, we could totally walk there.
Didn't we do it once, like when Melanie was visiting or something? I thought we.
I don't remember.
Probably not.
I remember.
I just realized it's 6:30 a.m. It's not 6:30 a.m. here. We tend to start the show at noon, so Central Time. So wait, where the fuck is it? 6:30 a.m. in another country?
I'm sorry?
Where is it? 6:30 a.m. right now?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Must be another country. Yeah, I'd be up at 6:30 a.m. What is it, dog? Young dog, look. He wants something. But yeah, dogs were freaked out by the lightning, man. New Zealand, oh, okay. Best country in the world. Yeah, you might be right. Seemed like y'all handled COVID better than everybody
Oh,
else.
yeah. Well, it's like they had. Remember when like they
They locked
I
down
think
again.
in the
Yeah.
same family or
Mhm.
whatever, everybody locked down again. Like when when we still had Trump, he was like, oh, there's 5 cases, whatever. If there's one case,
See, over here in the United States, maybe, for a long time they were just dominated with Trump, so we didn't really hear much going on in the rest of the world. But the BBC, and I don't recall any stories about people protesting the lockdowns or masks. I have definitely seen some Karens having mask fits, but I just don't recall a lot of that happening in New Zealand.
another thing that they've announced is I don't remember if it's Moderna. I think it's Moderna. They're starting to do trial kids um, aged 6 months to 11, and then 11 to age 17. I don't know who they're getting to do these trials or anything, but they're just basically trying to figure out like how much they need the dosage. Like if it's an infant, it's gonna be a different dosage than a 40-year-old.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much they're gonna adjust everything for kids between 11 and 17. But they're saying that by the end of this year, they think kids will be able to get vaccinated. It's less of a priority because Sasha, is the poster child of good health. Like he's not allergic to anything. He doesn't have asthma. Nothing. I've never even given him a flu shot because I'm not worried about it. So I'm pretty certain that he'll be fine, but I don't want to take any chances.
Yeah.
But so I mostly just be worried about myself. But just he needs a mom, so
Yeah.
definitely.
I'm just looking. I'm missing. And we still got a bunch of people there.
So yeah, I don't know. It's like who's gonna?
Who volunteered?
Have to,
the test?
Sooner or later you have to do it to like figure out what dosage is safe for kids. But I wouldn't volunteer my 6-month-old for that. So I don't know. It's just kind of crazy.
Well, kind of Joe had his health problem. He had to keep getting blood transfusions. There was one time he got a fresh blood transfusion. So we're asking, well, what's that?
As opposed to
donor dogs.
As opposed to frozen
Yeah.
dog. It's all donor dogs, but they freeze a lot of it. But have a dog like that day, then they'll use fresh blood.
So I was just thinking, who the hell volunteers their dog? I'm glad they did.
To donate blood.
Yeah. And he did. That was the best he did on a transfusion. Was that one
with fresh blood?
fresh blood?
You should take him to the Vampire Cafe and get
Yeah.
him one of those drinks in that.
Get you a cocktail in an IV
It's
bag
got
with a straw.
and I already talked to the owner, and you can go there with us. It'll be fun.
Although I guess the first time maybe that won't be the first time we go. Maybe we'll go before.
Yeah, well, we're definitely gonna go on our anniversary, but yeah, who knows?
Without you guys.
Our thing, as long as they allow kids and dogs, we'll be there. And it's a restaurant, so they obviously allow kids. And I asked her about the dogs, and I even sent her a picture of the dogs so she'd see how, what size they are. And she said it's fine. Apparently she has big dogs too, so we're in solidarity.
My blood is legitimately more bourbon than blood.
Yeah, probably.
Popular one around here.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
God.
there go the dog. Somebody on the WitchCon page was talking about how they loved seeing all the different teachers, firemen,
Yeah.
seeing their houses and hearing their dogs bark. I go, oh, dogs bark. That was probably me.
Did they bark during your presentation?
A little bit. It almost sounded like Mojo had gotten out and was running around the side of the
Yeah,
house, or
which
something.
he
which
didn't. I was inside with
Yeah,
him.
I think it was just.
That's funny. Mojo. So I'm hoping that we get more vaccinations here. Because
Yeah.
there's clearly a short, like, it shouldn't be so fucking hard to get when you're eligible. They clearly don't have enough doses for everybody.
Well, there's
Hopefully that'll
there's these
change.
crazy Trumps where the majority of the
They're
people aren't
throwing
gonna
them
get
away.
the fucking vaccine.
They're throwing, like, all, like South Dakota, whatever other states. They, hey, stop. They have so few people getting the vaccine that they end up having a surplus and they have to throw it away. And here's people here fighting each other for a dose. And that's really messed up. I don't know how they're gonna fix that, but there's like overall like thousands upon thousands upon thousands of doses that just went nowhere.
I saw this guy. I think it was one of those TV guys talking to a Trump supporter, and he was really. The guy goes, so you gonna get the vaccine? He says, hell no, a microchip in me. It's like, and he'd been going on and on. Trump got us the vaccine. He did the great.
Giving your overlord credit for something that you would never take.
Yeah.
And some other guy, he's a QAnon guy, but he's also like anti-vaccine, and he was really complaining about the fact that they rushed it through. Comment, but I was stop it. But what was going through my mind is like, okay, isn't it your God it through? You're complaining about it, but he still thinks Trump's the savior. It's like it can't be both ways. Either criticize him for pushing it through, or you just accept it.
Well, and what I have always said, it's Trump doesn't get credit for the vaccine. Biden doesn't get the credit for the vaccines. Scientists and doctors get the credit for
all
the
I
vaccine.
know about just the details of is Pfizer, about Moderna or Johnson & Johnson, but Pfizer did everything completely independently, including the funding. Nothing to do with Trump. It had nothing to do with any leader on any planet. Like, they did it themselves. Not Trump did all this shit. Like, they'd still have the vaccine when they did. They were not. They're totally independent of Operation War.
Hey, Mojo, quit digging. No digging.
Azzy.
Fucking hound.
So yeah, it's just funny how they'll like criticize it, and then it's like, do they forget? It's like is taking credit for fast tracking it, and you're complaining that it got fast tracked. Are you not seeing this disconnect here?
Well, Dolly down at least $1 million. I wonder where's everybody else? Plenty of people could have donated money for that. Where's Trump? He made dollars off of us, even just from his Gulf trips.
I don't know about billions, but he made millions.
At least millions.
Yeah.
He'd probably make billions because all the other shit that he did.
And
we're
people,
gonna find out
and
about.
like Fauci and the other experts and stuff, they're all trying to encourage Trump to encourage his followers to take the vaccine, because they think that if he says it's okay and urges them to take it, take it.
Yeah.
But
Keyword
if
is
he's
follower.
not saying anything, then they won't take. And okay, personally, I'm just gonna be an asshole right now. I don't even want that to start happening until the rest of us are vaccinated. It's like it's hard enough to find vaccine sites and without the Trumpers taking the vaccine. It's still hard. I don't want to add all of them into the mix when they decide that they're going to take the vaccine. So not encouraging them. After everybody who wants one here has been vaccinated, then he can encourage them. Right now.
Personally, there's certain segments of the population that I'm okay with losing.
Yeah, there's that too.
Called evil.
Yeah.
I do not care. You're fucking ignorant Trump supporting QAnon motherfuckers. Like, you're polluting the gene pool. At least we should, think of forced sterilization.
Uh, behind
Not
you on
vote
that
for
one.
me for president.
Yeah.
There'd be people on their way to education camps.
Yep.
No to re-education.
Yeah, re-education implies that
Exactly.
it was right at one point.
Why would they put a microchip in there? You gotta track me playing video games and sleep.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but anybody who has a cell phone is tracked.
Uncle Birch's final
Period.
solution. Yeah, we're already tracked. And how interesting has that been, tracking my ass?
Yeah, well, and
he's home.
that's the other thing. They're like tracking devices. It's like, excuse me, what is so interesting that anybody is interested in tracking you?
Yeah.
What is it that you do that you're worried about being?
I watch way too much NCIS New Orleans because it shows us the town and stuff.
Which we
it's always
haven't
fun.
seen all of yet in person.
Time they're looking for you, well, they go ping your cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
And if that didn't work, they go ping your car. Cars, I don't it starts, but cars, even several years old, have a GPS system in them that can be found. And it's for you, they have the absolute ability to just access that data, find right where you fucking are. So
And,
your car's tracking you, your phone's tracking you.
People, always have their phone on them, and they drive, bring their phone, with like whatever. People who just have their phone all the time, that's your tracking chip.
I mean, I've sold my my right not to be tracked to my car insurance. So get a better rate. It's like, I hope they don't sell that data to somebody. It's really interesting. There he is. He's home still. One trip to the store. Oh, he's home again. Keep GPS on my phone. Something happened. Dangerous being old nowadays. If you're over 18, want to take the vaccine. Get the. I care about adults doing it. No business. If they are looking for your address and your bank account.
I can get anybody's address. You just Google their name.
It's not hard.
And their address comes. I mean, some people are a little more difficult, but most of the time, like, or even if I'm just wondering about an old friend or whatever, and live or whatever, like, I'll look them up, and I have their address without even looking up their address, just seeing if they're even alive. Like, it'll.
Things I taught in a class recently. You need to protect the aerial picture of your house. You need to protect the street view picture. And used to do magic on you. Take it, print up the picture, put in a bowl of salt or something, pour protection powder, some graveyard dirt on it, something. That's the picture somebody can access on the internet. The other one, the other really good. If you're going to do a profile picture, use your selfie cam. If you use your selfie cam, your picture's reversed. As long as you don't have picture is not good for throwing hex. And that's the most common way of getting a personal concern or a link to somebody in this day and age is their fucking profile picture on social media. Pictures.
I read an article too. I think I don't know how you can do this, but there's some way to not show your profile pic, to the public, but the cover photo is always public to anybody. And so they were suggesting, like, don't get around it, but everybody photo. So,
Yep.
well, I guess if you block somebody, you can't see their cover photo.
So wait, friends show up at your house because they looked you up? Well, that's cool. At least it wasn't a stalker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. People always do that on TikTok. They'll threaten somebody, and then the TikTok person will go, "Is that fucking profile profile right there. It's like really easy to find somebody. I mean, even if you've got a really common name, you know, one of your social medias is going to say, then the person you Google, you know, and shows up in that city, well, it's probably you, unless your name's like, you know, John Smith or something a little harder. I just found Michael E. Carell still sitting on death row in Arizona. Carell, though. And I always thought that he had the same middle name as me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He doesn't.
Doesn't.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Mojo has his chin resting on your foot. So cute. You think that's
Oh my God.
what?
We're at 50 minutes. Be here too much longer. Awesome. Forgot my number. Right on. Awesome gay dudes have a way of using Google. They type. Or, you know, be like Christian Day and hire a private investigator. Be quite a show when miss hex offenders.
Yeah.
We won't be missing it.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So I don't know what else we should talk about.
I don't know. I know. Yeah, we used Trump was president. You know,
It was
we had-
always a major news day,
Yeah,
but
it was
right
always
now
a
it's
major news day.
right now it's. I mean, I don't think. I checked the news this morning. I didn't really see anything. I mean, there's the stimulus checks. Nearly 4,000 anti-Asian incidents in the past year.
And Trump refused to stop saying the China virus.
Here's what the CDC says. Era COVID-19 guidance was outdated and downplayed severity.
We know
And
that.
that's what really drives me crazy is like sometimes I'll talk to the Trumpers and stuff and they're like, listen to the CDC, what the CDC says. And I mean, I understand how whack job it would sound of me to be like, the CDC didn't actually say that, Trump made them say that. It's like, that's the kind of bullshit that they say. So it's like, you can't even argue.
Then that actually happened one time.
Yeah.
The White House actually posted on the CDC site, and it was like pretty much everything they had told us to do. You know, social distance, all of the science.
And then they
Oh,
I
yeah,
got into
yeah, yeah.
arguments with like random Trump people. They're like, well, the science and the CDC says schools are safe to reopen. No.
I mean, kids are fucking germ spreaders. Are you shitting me? What science?
Yeah.
Teacher that developed airborne because she was sick of getting sick all the fucking time, man.
Yeah.
Just ridiculous. But then it turned out, and we found out later, that it was actually the White House posting on the CDC's fucking webpage.
Not all guidance released by the CDC during the Trump administration was based on the best scientific data or authorized by its staff, the agency's review found. The review aimed to ensure that the CDC's current and primary COVID-19 guidance contains the most updated, evidence-based, and free of politics. I am focused on moving CDC forward with science, transparency leading the way. It is imperative. I don't know if they're gonna have any examples. The review concluded that some of the CDC's guidance was not primarily authored by the federal agencies. Considerations other than direct recommendations based on existing evidence, and that some of the information was outdated or lacked evolving science understanding. The review specified 3 documents that were misleadingly presented as CDC documents on the website. One of the documents said, one of the documents, and I knew it was bullshit, the importance of reopening of America's schools this fall. Was posted on the CDC's website in July and quietly removed in October. Its removal followed reports that White House officials had relentlessly pressured the CDC to play down the risk of sending children back to school. And I remember this fucking asshole who was arguing with me and making me like I'm some like anti-science redneck somewhere because I'm not agreeing with the CDC. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I've studied viruses for long enough to know if this is bullshit or not. I don't care if it says it's on the CDC website. Enough, it wasn't the CDC.
Yeah.
I mean, I was when I saw that report where they said it's safe to reopen schools. What fuckery is this? And it was fuckery.
It was
and I've
fuckery.
argued with so many people
capital
who
F.
like tried to like rake me for not following CDC guidelines
Yeah.
because they're not.
Discuss.
Yeah.
All right, should we go?
Yeah.
We Stay the Fuck at Home show will not be on Wednesday as
And
podcast.
probably not Thursday.
Probably not
because
Thursday.
of my
Vaccine
vaccination.
day.
Yeah.
Woo! We may go on just to celebrate. Who knows? Stay safe. See you later.